Today we're doing a 30-minute stretch class that's going to lengthen and tone the whole body. We're going to go ahead and start it out in tabletop position. Your hands should be directly below your shoulders, fingers spread out in starfish. On the inhale, go ahead and drop the belly down. And then on your exhale, go ahead and round the spine up towards the ceiling, dropping the crown of the head down towards the mat. And then continue that at the pace of your breath. Drop that belly down, inhale, and exhale, round the spine. Go ahead and give me one more. Inhale, drop the belly down, and exhale, round the spine. Good. Go ahead and find a neutral spine and bring your head and your hip out to the same side, making a C shape with your body. Just alternating this position at the pace of your breath. Nice C shape there. This is one of my favorite stretches. Good. Go ahead and give me one more. Now we're going to press the toes. We're going to tuck them under, and then we're going to press our heels down and back and sit back into a down dog position. So you really want to try to relieve the tension through your shoulders and push your hips high and back. You can pedal out the feet if you'd like. All right, go ahead and take it to a push-up position right here. And now we're going to slowly lower down all the way onto our belly and peel the shoulder blades back. So take that peel right there, peel them back, and pressing it all the way down and back into that down dog again. Good. On the next breath in, inhale to lengthen and plank. Exhale, lower all the way down into your belly. Inhale, peels the shoulder blades back. Tuck those toes under and press back down dog. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down into your belly. Peel those shoulder blades back and press it down into that down dog. Good. From here, I want you on the next inhale to lift that right leg high and flex the foot. Try to point the toes down towards the mat and square your hips to the mat. It's a really beautiful stretch right there. Good. And then we're going to tuck the knee in towards our elbows. So we're going to press back and then tuck it into the opposite elbow, just crossing the body. Good. Press it back. Take it over to your elbow. One more. Press it back. Opposite elbow. Good. This time we're going to press it back and then step it all the way straight through to between the hands. And go ahead and drop the knee down of the other leg. Inhale, sweeps the hands up overhead. Try to reach your hands up towards the ceiling, making a long line. And then on the exhale, twist your body towards the side wall, opening a nice twist here. Inhale the hands back up, and then exhale, we're going to sweep them right down by the feet. Go ahead and tuck that back toe under and inhale all the way up to a crescent pose. Hip flexor stretch right here, a lot of core and balance involved. Now inhale and reach the hands high, and then on the exhale, we're going to twist our hands open to the side wall, just like we did when we were on the mat. Nice spinal twist. And then we're going to tilt back, side body stretch. Try to reach towards that leg behind you. Inhale brings you back up, and then taking it to standing, we're going to straighten the legs into triangle pose. Square the hips to the mat in front of you. Try to peel that right leg back and then step the feet together. Inhale takes you all the way up to standing, and exhale into prayer position. Inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive to the floor. You can go ahead and step those feet back into plank, lower down all the way onto your belly. Inhale up and tuck the toes under. Exhale, down dog. So we're going to repeat this sequence on the left. Inhale, we're going to lift that left leg high, flex that foot. Again, try to square the hips towards the mat below you. And then we're going to take that deep inhale in and exhale. Bring that foot in towards our elbow, alternating which elbow we're reaching towards. Inhale, exhale to the elbow. Inhale, exhale to the other elbow. On the next inhale, we're going to exhale and step it through between our hands. Again, drop the other leg down. Inhale, sweep those hands overhead, reaching up high towards the ceiling and twist to the side wall. Good, feeling that nice side body stretch there. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, reach down and frame the foot, tucking the toes under and pressing it up into our crescent lunge. Nice hip flexor stretch here. Inhale, reaches the hands high up towards the ceiling. And then on that exhale, you can go ahead and begin to peel the arms out towards the side wall, opening up the body into a spinal twist right here. Getting prepared to tilt the hand back towards our leg, side body stretch. Good, bringing the hands back up and around, finding that pyramid pose again, bringing that hip back, that left hip back, stepping the feet together. Inhale the hands up overhead and exhale prayer. Inhale the hands up overhead. Swan dive all the way down to those toes. You can jump or step back. Go ahead and lower down onto that belly and pressing up into our cobra. Tuck those toes under and sit it back into down dog. Now we're going to repeat the sequence a little bit faster. Inhale, we're going to lift that left leg high, flex foot. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale. Exhale, knee to the opposite elbow. 2 more times at the pace of your breath. All right, on the next one, we're going to step it straight through between the hands. Lower that back leg down. Inhale, sweeps the hands overhead. Exhale, twist to the side wall. Inhale, reaches overhead. Exhale, frame the foot, tucking the toes and lifting up. Inhale, sweeps overhead. Exhale, swish to the side wall. Tilting that body backwards, stretching through side body stretch. Good, bringing it back up, finding that triangle pose, squaring the hips. Step the back foot to meet the front foot. Inhale up and exhale prayer. Go ahead and inhale, sweeps the hands high, swan dive all the way to the floor, jump or step back into plank. Slowly lower down, inhaling up to cobra. Tuck the toes and exhale down into down dog. Repeating the sequence on the left foot. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale to the opposite elbow. Continue that 2 more times. Good. On the next one, step it straight through between the hands, dropping the opposite leg down. Inhale, sweeps you overhead. Exhale, peels open to the side wall. Inhale and exhale, frame the foot, tucking the toes under and sweeping it up into crescent pose. Inhale, exhale, twist to the side wall. Nice side body stretch. Reaching back. All right, we're going to unwind our hands, preparing back for our triangle. Bending down, then bringing the back foot to meet the front foot, forward fold. Inhale the hands all the way up. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, sweep the hands up overhead. Exhale, reach down towards the toes. Jump or step back, lowering down triceps. Inhale, up cobra, tucking the toes under. Exhale, down dog. Now, before we begin the next sequence, I want us to think about our verse for today from Exodus 33:12-14. I will go with you and I will give you rest. That is the Lord reminding us that He is the one who brings us rest and peace. All right, we're going to go ahead and begin our second sequence. Inhale, brings that right leg high. Exhale, step it through directly between your hands. This time we're going to turn our back heel out towards the side wall. And we want to make sure that both of our heels are in a direct line, as if we had a string from one heel to the other. Now windmill up into a warrior two position, making sure that that knee is not going over the toe, and turn your gaze over the right fingertip. Now we're going to go ahead and place the right hand down on our thigh, reaching the left hand up towards the sky. You can turn your gaze towards the fingers, and then gently bring that arm in line with the rest of the body, making a long line from the tip of your fingers all the way down to your toes. Now you can reach through and try to grab the hands behind your back, feeling a nice stretch there. That's an option. You don't have to do this. And then taking it all the way back up to warrior two. From here, reverse warrior, reach that hand back towards the leg, looking up towards the fingers, and then on an exhale, bringing it back to warrior two. Now straighten that front leg and square your hips, leaning towards the wall in front of you. Right hand to the mat, left hand to the sky, overlooking the fingertips into our triangle pose here. Now inhale in and exhale. We're going to reverse the triangle, reaching back to our back leg and bringing the right hand overhead. And again, gazing over those fingertips. Now windmill those hands and square your hips towards the side wall, preparing for crescent pose. And then we're going to begin some dips, taking it down and up right here, making sure that that knee is not going over the toe and keeping our hands high towards the ceiling. So you're going to feel a hip stretch as you do your lunge dips. Now swing those hands behind us, squeezing the shoulder blades together and press with the palms up towards the ceiling, little pulses. Windmill back up to warrior two. And then we're going to windmill all the way back down to frame the foot, stepping out into our high plank and twisting side body plank, right hand to the sky, and switching it opposite, left hand to the sky. Good. Going back into our plank, lowering down, pressing up cobra, tucking those toes under and sitting it back down dog. Repeating the sequence on the left. Inhale, left leg high, flex foot. Exhale, step it straight through between the hands. Again, dial the toes so that the heels are directly in line with one another. And our back toe is towards the side wall, and then windmill up to warrior two. Again, you can take your gaze over the tips of the fingers. And then we're going to bring our left hand to our thigh, right hand towards the sky. And again, you have the option to bring it all the way in line with the body so the tips of the fingers are in line all the way down to the tips of your toes. Now you have the option to reach behind, and I actually messed that one up, but reach behind and grab your hands, and then windmill back up to warrior two. Reverse warrior, left hand to the sky, right hand to the thigh. Moving back into our warrior two position, straighten that front leg and lean towards the front wall. Left hand to the thigh, right hand overhead. Triangle pose. And we're going to reverse that triangle. Right hand to the thigh, left hand overhead, overlooking those fingertips. Now switching it to our crescent pose and beginning our lunges. Going ahead and dipping it down and coming up with those hands reaching high towards the ceiling. Sweeping those hands back, palms towards the ceiling, and baby pulses. Windmilling it all the way up to warrior two, and windmill taking it right down to frame the foot, stepping out into high plank. Left hand reaches towards the sky, and reversing it, right hand towards the sky. Good. Lowering down and pressing up cobra. Tuck those toes under, down dog. Take a resting breath here, and then we're going to begin the sequence going a little bit faster. Go ahead, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it straight through the hands. Dial the toes out and windmill up to warrior two. Right hand to the thigh, left hand to the sky. Option to bring that arm in line with the rest of the body. Good. Reaching through, trying to grab those hands behind our back. Windmilling it back up to warrior two. Reverse warrior, high and back. Straighten that front leg into pyramid, reaching towards the front wall. Right hand to the leg, left hand to the sky. And reverse triangle. tucking under for our crescent pose, getting ready to lunge dip. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands sweep behind, palms up towards the ceiling, baby pulses. And windmill all the way up to warrior 2. And windmill all the way back down to frame the foot. Right hand towards the sky, side body plank. Left hand towards the sky, side body plank. Lower all the way down, pressing up, tuck those toes under and sit it back down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through between the hands. Dial out that toe and windmill up to warrior 2. Left hand to the thigh, right hand to the sky. Option to bring that hand in line with the rest of the body. And then option to reach back between the leg, behind the back. And we're going to windmill back up to warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Go ahead and straighten that front leg and reach towards the front wall. Triangle pose, left hand to the shin, right hand to the sky. And reverse triangle. Looking gaze over the fingertips. Go ahead and sweep the hands forward for crescent pose and begin your lunge dips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep those hands behind, palms towards the ceiling and baby pulses to the ceiling. Windmill all the way back up to warrior 2. Windmill frames the foot, rolling out into that side plank, reaching towards the sky and reversing it to the other side. Good. Go ahead and lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. And again, reviewing our banner scripture for today from Exodus 33:12-14. I will go with you and I will give you rest. What a beautiful promise from a Father who loves us. Now we're going to begin our third sequence. Inhale that right leg high. Exhale, step it through straight between the hands. Make sure that your hands are directly below your shoulders. And then we're going to bring that right hand up towards the sky, twisting the body open to the side wall. Option to take your gaze over the right fingertips. And now we're going to go ahead and bring that left leg down and reach back and try to grab the foot to stretch through the quads. Now, if you can't fully reach it, that's okay. Just reach as far as you can stretch. Go ahead and release that thigh, and then framing the foot, prepare to move back into triangle pose, straightening that front leg and pulling that right hip back to try to square it with our left hip. Now inhale to elongate the spine, exhale, forward fold to the triangle, and then bring the back leg to step to meet the front leg, forward fold, inhale, up, exhale, prayer. Now go ahead and take hold of your right thigh, finding that quad stretch and balance, and then tilt it forward for dancer pose. Now you can stay here, or you can bring it standing back up, still holding the foot, and then dipping it right back down, which challenges the balance just a little bit more because we're having to shift our weight. Go ahead and bring the foot down, feet together. Inhale, sweep the hands overhead. Then go ahead and sit it back into chair pose as if you had a little bench behind you. Then go ahead and reach the hands up overhead, stretching them towards the sky. You can bring them back down into prayer and then twist to the side wall, trying to get your body to be square with the side wall, opening up the hands and taking your gaze over the fingertips. Hands back to prayer, hands sweep up overhead, and then we're going to swan dive all the way down, forward fold, jump or step back, lowering down, Inhale, up cobra, tuck the toes under, exhale, down dog. Repeating this sequence on the left, inhale that left leg high, exhale, step it through straight to between the hands. Again, make sure that those shoulders are right above the wrist, and then reach that left hand up towards the sky, overlooking those left fingertips. Option to lower that back leg down and reach back for a quad stretch. Again, you don't have to reach the foot, just do the best that you can. Releasing that stretch, framing the hand all the way around and pressing up into our triangle pose, straightening that front leg, square the hips, dial the toes towards the side wall. Inhale to lengthen the spine, exhale, forward fold. Step the back leg up to meet the front leg, forward fold. Inhale, hands come all the way up overhead. Exhale, prayer. Now we're going to grab that left leg, finding our balance, and bringing it out into our dancer pose. I ran out of room here, so I'm slightly touching the wall, but I challenge you to work on your balance, bringing it in and popping it back out, so as we shift our weight, we really focus on that core. All right, inhale, sweep the hands up and over the head. Exhale, sit it back into that tiny little chair. And again, we're going to bring our hands up towards the sky, taking them back down into prayer and twisting towards the side wall. Opening up the hands and turning your gaze up over the fingertips. Bringing those hands back to prayer, standing tall. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, jump or step back, lowering down. Inhale up, tuck the toes under, exhale, down dog. Beginning our third sequence a little faster, inhale, right leg high, exhale, step it through between the hands. Inhale, raise that right hand to the sky. Exhale, lower the foot down and grab. Feel that nice stretch. And release, frame the foot. We're going to straighten the front leg to go back into triangle. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Step the back foot to meet the front foot. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, prayer, grabbing that right foot and leaning it forward to dancer. We're not going to do the dips this time in an effort for time. Just hold that dancer pose. Bring the feet together, hands sweep up overhead, sitting it into that tiny chair. Hands to the sky. Hands back to prayer and twist, opening to the side wall. Right hand to the sky, left hand to the mat. Hands sweep up and overhead, swan dive down towards your toes. Jump or step back, lowering down. Inhale up, tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. And again on the left, inhale, left leg high, exhale, step it through. Left hand to the sky, twisting to the side wall. Lowering that back leg down and grab for that quad stretch. And release. Framing around, straightening up the front leg. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Meet that back leg to the front leg, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, prayer, grabbing that left leg. And again, taking it forward for dancer, holding that pose. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Good, feet come together. Inhale the hands up, sitting it back in that tiny chair. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Hands come back to prayer, twisting open to that side wall. Option to extend the hands. Bringing it back to prayer and standing tall. Swan dive all the way down, forward fold, jump or step back, lowering down, inhale up, tuck those toes under, exhale down dog. All right, we're going to creep those feet out and sitting it back down onto our bum with hands in front. And we're just going to do some Pilates roll down and ups, articulating the spine, every vertebrae one at a time as we roll down. And then bringing that chin to chest, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way back up. And continue that at the pace of your breath, articulating each vertebrae as we go down. And taking it right back up, trying to not use momentum. Once again, bringing it down. Now we're going to find a sunbather position. So placing the hands by our sides and bringing it out into an L shape with our legs, giving double pulses with each leg. And a nice little core workout before we finish our workout for today. It also feels like a very nice stretch as we bring those legs up. Almost there. And relax it. Go ahead and tuck in those knees for a little bit of a counter stretch. Now we're going to flex the toes and grab behind the knee, pulling that leg in. Good. Dropping the feet down, crossing over, and letting them just fall over to the side. And you can take your gaze over the fingertips of the opposite hand. And just really think about your breathing. Inhale, exhale. Tucking those knees in, a little counter stretch, and then reversing it. Other leg goes across, flexed toes, grabbing behind that knee, and pull it in for a nice deep hip stretch. Stretching through our glutes. All right, we're going to drop the feet down, cross those knees, and let them flop over and reach and stretch in the opposite direction. Nice spinal twist. Taking those knees in, counter stretch. Rocking it up. Legs go out into straddle position, reaching up and over. And both hands towards the foot. Go ahead and creep the hands all the way over to the other side. Both hands reach. And then up and over, side body. Sitting up tall. Go ahead and sit comfortably. Roll those shoulder blades back. Roll the neck just in the front from one side to the other. Inhale those hands up and exhale prayer. Thank you so much for being with me. We donate all of the money from this channel, so make sure that you click subscribe and that you follow me for notifications. God bless.